Welcome back to the Crystal Game Engine series. So I'm aware that it's been quite a while since I've uploaded. I think like 2 weeks now. Um, so that's why I was making this video. I am still working on Crystal. Crystal is not going anywhere. But there's just a lot of work to be done, especially with the scripting. But anyways, I'll kind of show you what I've been working on. So the thing that I've been working on a lot is texture atlases with entities and stuff like that. So if you, most of the time when you're like doing animations, I guess, in 2D games, you would have like, this would kind of be like your setup for, you know, whatever you want to call it, for like your files or whatever. So instead of having like 10,000 different PNGs, you have them baked all into this one file. And if you look in here, so I've added this new option for a texture atlas, and if you can see, if I turn this off, then it goes back to being a normal texture. It's just, you know, displaying the image. But if I click this, you can specify the cell size, X and Y, or width and height, whatever. So basically that's the size of each sprite. So like, let's say you had a 24 by 24 sprite, and then you baked it into a big sprite sheet where you'd put 24 and 24. And then this is just the index. So it starts at the bottom left, because that's how OpenGL works for some reason, instead of doing the top left. Because you have to flip the image. It renders upside down otherwise. So yeah, and then so the index 1 5 is basically 1 over, and then 1 2 3 4 5, and then you get here. So that is why this is this. And then if I play this, you can move the character, you know, around. Kind of cool. And then if you press K, then he will make like a little stabbing animation, I guess. So it's pretty much just going from here to here, and then just changing the frame. So if I look at this scripting, okay, so I pulled up the scripting after a second, and basically, so what I'm doing on this on updates, basically the same rigid body movement code from earlier, and I just lowered the speed. And then I have this thing that I was just kind of testing out. So you can see if I press the K key, and this should definitely not be here twice. That's not good. I don't know why it is there twice. But this K, it will set the things to 3 5 instead of being the 1 5. Instead of being here, it'll be here. So that's kind of how this works. You just set the atlas coordinates. And then I was experimenting around with some animation, and so this should wait 10 seconds. And then do this, but it doesn't for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm probably just being an idiot and I've done something wrong. But basically, if I rebuild this and then here and then reopen and then load the scene back in, so if I press L, you can see that it immediately just goes to the last frame. There's no animation. And again, it was supposed to wait 10 seconds. Obviously not waiting 10 seconds. So the unit's probably wrong. I've probably done something wrong is the point, so I'll have to figure that out. But I mean, minus that, the animation works fine. And that. So also, another little thing that I'm working on, this will not be like completely open source like Crystal 2D is. And it's obviously, it's very early in development. But Crystal 3D. So I might set up like a Patreon thing, and you could like get this, like it would have to, you know, be more like this one when I release it to that or whatever. But the point is, I'm working on a 3D game engine. 2D is not going anywhere though. Force is still being worked on, and in fact, I think I might use a thing called mini audio for the audio on the game engine, because on both of them, because I don't have I don't have any audio right now. There's 0 audio in both of them. So, yeah, that kind of needs to be fixed. Like with that, I need to implement that and have like some kind of like Unity, like audio clips or whatever. So, anyways, that's like what I've been working on, and just generally fixing bugs and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's it.